Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another reading. Now, I know I don't look, shiny and no makeup on. And you know what? I'm going to own that. I'm going to own the fact that that's not done. So now that that's out there, let's begin with your reading about your spirit guides. So this reading will be about what spirit guides are surrounding you at this time, why they are around you, what they want you to know, what you can do to help them to help you, and then what is the outcome or the final result of whatever situation that you might be currently be facing. And spirit guides are around us all the time. It could be our family, it could be spirits who are in different places, wherever it is that you live. But for the most part, they are just lost souls that haven't completely passed on because their business isn't necessarily finished. And they are also here to support us, and they're always there to listen. And, sometimes you can feel good energies, and sometimes you can feel, more positive energies, I'd like to say, and more negative energies. But it's up to you to decipher on whether or not the energies that you are going to be working with are good or bad. And, just with a simple few words, you are able to kind of push them away and let them know who's boss. So let's see what spirit guides are currently surrounding you at this time. Let's begin again. Let's see what spirit guides are currently surrounding you at this time. Now, this message is for anybody who falls upon this video, and I'm going to be working with a bunch of different energies. So if the message resonates, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Take what resonates with you and then leave the rest behind. Okay, so let's see. Let's get some information about who your spirit guide is, or who it is that is currently surrounding you. Now, here we have our first card. So let's see what our first card is. Here we have the Hierophant. Okay. So the Hierophant here represents our values. It represents, what it is we value. So the Hierophant, okay, I'm getting priest. I'm getting father. I'm getting somebody who is a father figure in your life. This could be a grandfather as well. This could be somebody who is very religious. This could be somebody who knows their values and lives by their values, who knows their beliefs. What is it that you believe in? What are your current beliefs now? What is it that you currently look at and you say, okay, this is what I'm going to live by? What it is that we value. So our values, it could be integrity, it could be loyalty, honesty. What is it that we value in another person, and what is it that we value within ourselves? That is why the spirit guide is coming around you, because I feel like you don't necessarily know what your values are. I feel like you might know a couple of things of what it is that you believe in, but it could be that you have other people's opinions coming to kind of sour your own vision and kind of, put a damper on what it is that you actually believe in. And you have these spirit guides around you to tell you, hey, if this is something that you believe in, if there is something that you believe in that you are kind of holding your ground, that you are standing your ground with, then stand there and keep holding that vision, because you know what it is that you believe in. And if, you meet somebody and their beliefs don't necessarily match what it is that you believe, then that's okay, because other people will have their own beliefs. And that's the whole thing about living. It's just complex. It's not easy. It's never linear. Other people will have different opinions, but just because your opinion is different to somebody else's doesn't always make you right. Because who is right? How do we know? How do we really know for sure? That's kind of like the view that I'm taking. It's just like, you don't really know for sure. Really. Do you really ever know a person? You could know a person by their beliefs, their values, their reactions. You could know a person, but do you ever really know? I don't think so. But anyway, the spirit guide that is around you here is kind of coming to help you to remind you of what it is that you value. They're coming here to remind you of what it is that you believe in, and to stand up for that, and to hold on to that, and to keep your faith, because the Hierophant represents the Pope. okay, or the priest. And this is a message to keep your faith. Hold on to faith. And faith is about, you know, believing that things will work out in the end, because in the end, they usually do. Things usually work out in the end. It's kind of scary how it happens, but in the end, usually things, you know, there is always a cog in the wheel, and then that cog is removed, and then the wheel just keeps on spinning, and then it's good until something else comes along, and it's another, you know, we have challenges that come up into our life all the time in order to test us, in order to test our determination, in order to test our character, and sometimes you're like, bye, but you have to face it, and, you know, the more you run, the more your problems are just going to build, and you can't run away from your problems, let's just say that. So, let's see why it is that this spirit is around you specifically. Like I said, it could be a father, it could be a grandfather, it could be a mentor, somebody that you looked up to who has now crossed over or who has passed on. Or they could also still be living. They could still be living. They could still be living, and their spirit is just so strong that even when they are still alive, they are still with you, as crazy as that sounds. I don't know if that makes any sense. This could be somebody who is alive that shows up in your dreams a lot. This could be somebody who is alive that, you know, you just feel deeply connected to, and sometimes you don't necessarily know the reason. It's just a natural feeling. But here we have why they are with you. Why they are with you right now. So right now you are kind of in the state of making a decision on whether or not you want to stay where you feel comfortable or broaden your horizons. That is here with the Two of Wands. You see the person standing here looking at, you know, looking over the edge to the water, and they are holding a globe in their hand. So they are like desiring more from life. I feel like you right now could be desiring more from life, but things keep coming at you. Things keep coming at you. Things just keep happening in order to kind of make this not happen. I feel like there could be also somebody in your life. It could be multiple people in your life that are trying to stop whatever it is that you are trying to do from happening, because they know that if you go here or if you do this, then they might lose you. They might lose you, but this is where you want to go. This is where you want to go, but this is where you currently are. You're currently standing your ground. You have a vision for yourself, okay? The wands are visionary cards. And here, you're also standing your ground because other people's vision of you is kind of wrong. It is kind of controlling, and they want to stop you from living out whatever it is that you desire. And you should never let anybody stop you from doing exactly what it is that you want to do, because you are your own person. We are our own person. We have our own thoughts. We have our own vision. We have our own views and our own beliefs and our own values. So if you have another person coming into your life who is trying to change that, or trying to change the whole system or your whole belief system, you know what I'm saying? If somebody's coming in and saying like, hey, this is who you were, but this is who I want you to be, that's not okay, because they're trying to change who it is that you are when you are already perfect enough and you are already enough. You don't have to be somebody else's definition of perfect to be perfect, because you are perfectly you. You are not, nobody is perfect, but you are perfectly who you are, if that makes any sense. So that is why they're here. That is why this spirit guide is surrounding you, because they want you to be reminded of what it is that you believe in. They want you to know your values, because they want you to be strong. Because right now, you might be allowing other people's opinions of you to kind of decipher where it is that your life should go. And that is why the spirit guide is surrounding you, and why they're around you so much right now, because they want you to hold your ground. Here with the Seven of Wands, this is all about holding your ground. This is about being confident and understanding that you don't need other people. Nobody needs anybody. I hold independence so strongly as a value to myself. That's what I hold for myself. You know, some people can be more dependent on other people, and that's not always bad. That's not always bad. However, one of the values that I hold strong is independence. And that's just kind of what I'm feeling with this message here, because you are wanting to go somewhere. You are wanting to go somewhere with this vision. You have a vision. There is something that you want and you want to go there. It could be traveling. You could want to see the world. This guy's holding a globe here. You could want to see the world. You want new experiences. And that's why traveling and vacations, especially away from work, is so freaking important. Although I'm not somebody who vacations a lot. However, I've watched multiple videos and seen what people have spoken about when it comes to traveling. And one of the things that I heard, which I thought was very interesting, is that, you know, when we're in the same place for too long, our brain gets, it develops habits. So we're, you know, wherever we are, we know because this is where we have lived. But whenever you go to different places and you travel, it's like you're seeing something for the first time that you've never seen before. And that feeling, that walking off the plane and ending up somewhere where you feel different, you feel the air is warmer or something, you know, like you're just, that's why I feel like when you're on vacation, you probably have more energy, and because you're seeing things for the first time, you're seeing things that you haven't seen ever. So it's just, your brain is like, just in awe the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so necessary to take your vacations and to travel as much as you possibly could. That's definitely one of the things that I'm keeping in mind, that I want to do a lot of traveling. I want to see the world. That's just my opinion. I'm going to leave that out there for now. But anyway, seeing the world is very important, and also just changing your environment, because I feel like where you currently are, you're just kind of in this habitual state. This is where you've been. Again, the Hierophant represents tradition. So this is about, you know, things kind of going in a certain cycle. However, there is a little bit of a break that needs to happen within the cycle, because this has just been happening. Plus you have a vision. There are things that you want, that you desire, that other people are trying to come in and kind of take that away from you. But you, again, are standing your ground. You are standing your ground. And that is why the spirit guide is here, to remind you to keep standing your ground, to hold that vision, believe that you will get there, and hold on to what it is that you value, because that is a very important point that your spirit guide is trying to make here. So here we have the next card, which will be what they want you to know. What they want you to know. Let me just give this a little bit more of a shuffle. What do they want you to know? What do your spirit guides want you to know? Sorry. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords here, okay? So this is that aha moment. This is that mental clarity. This is about things just coming together. This is just a deep understanding of something. Okay, so when I was talking about traveling and seeing the world and then walking off the plane and seeing something for the first time, it's like having that moment. This is the Ace of Swords. This is that, you know, that mental clarity. No more mental fog. Just a deep understanding of something so complex. This is what the Ace of Pentacles represents. Okay, this is just new thoughts, new wavelengths of thoughts. This is new knowledge too. This is gaining knowledge. This is new information. This is fresh. Okay, so this is what they want you to know, that if you are to hop on this boat or plane or do whatever it is that you need to do for yourself, this mental clarity will come to you. And it will not only be mental clarity, you are going to gain new knowledge, new wisdom. These are things that you're going to be able to carry with you and hold with you. Now you are being given an opportunity to use this sword, and you can use this sword for good or for bad. Now the option is up to you. However, the option is there. Now with all aces, they do not stay long. Like I was saying, they represent opportunities, but this opportunity will not stay around long. So whenever it presents itself to you, you got to grab that sword and swing it, baby. Just swing it. Okay, so let's go on to the next card. We have, what actions can you take, or what actions can you do in order to help them to help you? Okay, so let's see. What is it that you can do in order for your spirit guides to help them help you? What can you do? What actions can you take? Strength. I love this card. This card represents the sign of Leo. Okay. Which I am one. It's so Leo of me to do right now. But anyway, here we have the Strength card. Okay, this woman is holding up the lion's mouth, not with force, with strength, with patience and kindness. Okay, the Strength card represents, that deep, fiery, burning desire and everything we have in our gut. Okay, this represents the sign of Leo. Leos are very generous. They're very bubbly. They're very charismatic and dramatic. However, they are also very strong people. And also, like I was saying, here with the woman holding open the lion's mouth, she is holding it very patiently. She's not forcing. She's using a gentle force. Okay, she's not forcing it closed. She's not forcing it open. She just kind of has her hand on the lion's, under the lion's mouth and on his snout. And she's just kind of showing it, again, who's boss. She's showing who's boss, and sometimes when we're wanting to take action and we're wanting to just kind of go full force into something, it's okay to have that, that energy, that, that force. It's okay. But when we're forcing something to happen, we're not allowing things to happen naturally. And I saw a video once about this tornado picking up a guy. I don't know where I'm going with this, but there was a tornado that came around and he picked up this guy. And the guy passed out, okay, from being swooped around. And when he hit the ground, he didn't break a single bone. He didn't, ouch. But he didn't break a single bone in his body. Why? Because he had passed out and there was no force. There was no forcing from, when he went flying out of the tornado and he hits the ground, there was no instant reaction to kind of stop that from happening. Because when you flex and your bones kind of lock and then you hit, that's when something breaks. Okay? So this guy, when he was flown from this tornado, he hit the ground, and, he hurt himself, obviously. However, he did not break any bones because he wasn't forcing. I saw this, I don't remember how old I was, but this is just kind of to give you the idea of what the Strength card kind of represents. It's like when you force something to happen, you're more likely to fuck up somewhere or to miss something, or if you're rushing too, then you're more likely to kind of agitate the situation rather than kind of move through it smoothly. Because, if we take things slow and if we take things patiently, usually it's a lot easier than forcing something to happen, So that's kind of the meshing. That is the message that I am getting from the Strength card. I don't know why I'm so bubbly today. I just feel good that I'm doing this. I haven't done this in so long. So that's the action that you need to take. You need to kind of build some patience, because I feel like you might be getting a little bit impatient with other people. You could be getting impatient with yourself. But you do have this strength within you already. You just kind of have to own that and kind of focus on that and work on it. If you want to work on patience, work on meditating. Meditation takes a lot of patience, but it could help you. Why not? Just sit on your floor and breathe. Just do it. It's gonna help. I promise. I don't meditate for long periods of time. However, I do take small moments throughout the day where I do meditate, and I find that it does help me. I don't, it's very hard for me to just kind of sit in one spot and just You know, it's very difficult for me to do that. But if I can do it 5 minutes every hour, then I will do that. Or even 3 minutes. Start small. It doesn't have to be big. But it will help you to develop patience for sure. It will definitely help you. I promise you it is, you know, if you are somebody who is very impatient, breathing helps. Even when I first started my job working as a dispatch in a transport company, I was the most stressed person in the world. I would cry almost every single day. I would lash out. I would bang my desk. I was managing about 35 to 40 drivers, and I was learning how to do that. And I had basically people texting, you know, all of these drivers texting me, asking me where to go, what to do. They don't move unless I tell them. And plus there's also the customer service that comes with all of that. So it was a huge challenge for me. It was a huge challenge for me to do that. However, this job helped me to gain a lot of patience. It really did. And, you know, now I'm managing the team. So it's, you know, it's pretty cool. And, you know, a lot of it came from deep breaths and just kind of like, okay, you know, what is the solution to the problem? That is kind of, you know, how my brain works now. So this is kind of the message that I'm getting for you is what is your solution to your problem? Is it that you are impatient? Is it that, you know, you're not able to save enough money? What is the problem and what is the solution? What solutions can you bring to the table in order to help you? That's what you need to think about. Write it down what it is that your issues are, because that's something that I did with my job. Was I was writing down everything that needs to get done, and then I would find ways in order to attack it in ways that are, you know, making sure that everything is getting done according, you know, in a timely manner and whatever and blah, 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 blah. But I mean, for you, there is no timeline really. Wherever it is that you want to go, there is no timeline. There's no timeline, and you are not limited, and it is never too late. So let's see what the outcome is of this entire situation. I know I just kind of went off on a ramble. I tend to do that, but that's just what it is. So here we have the King of Swords as the outcome. Okay, so this is you as a king sitting with your sword that you grabbed, and you are just sitting there. So I feel with the outcome of the situation, you are going to be in a state where you are wanting to gain knowledge. You are wanting to have more knowledge. That is what I was getting with the Ace of Swords, with this vision card over here. There is something more that you desire, and your spirit guides are telling you to go to that. Go to it with patience and ease, but with a force that is so, you know, strong and recognizable, which is also something that I'm getting a message here of honesty. I feel like there could be, you know, you might not necessarily be being honest with the people around you. You might have desires or beliefs or values, but you might be manipulating your values or manipulating your beliefs in order to please them. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you are your own person. And you have a lot of knowledge already. You have your own beliefs. You are you, they are them. Okay, so whatever opinions or attitudes that they are trying to push onto you, hold your ground. Hold your ground. And allergy season, sorry, super itch. Oh my God. Hold your ground. And keep being honest. Keep being honest with yourself, because the King of Swords represents somebody who has a lot of knowledge. He is somebody who will tell you like it is. He will not sugarcoat anything. He will just tell you what they see. They will just speak their mind. And that is exactly the message that I think Spirit is trying to tell you here, is to speak your mind. Because I feel like you are somebody who has great vision, and you are kind of you're not really finding a way to express yourself. You're not finding a way to, or you can't find a way to say what it is that you really desire, what it is that you want. But you have a strength within you that is valuable. That is valuable, and you are stronger than you know. That's the message that I'm getting for you guys today. I hope that this message resonated with you. Talk to your spirit guides. Your spirit guides are always around you. They are always wanting to help you. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for today, guys. Take care. Be well. Have a great week. See you soon.